Hi, Aquarius. You guys have been on my mind a lot lately. I'm not even gonna, you know, pretend that you guys haven't been. You and Sagittarius have been on my mind, and I've been sitting on you guys' energy for probably 2 days now. And for you guys, I really feel like there's this sense of trying to find your purpose. And I feel like some of you guys are feeling lost because I've been feeling not necessarily in a daze, but I've been feeling like, what am I here for? What is going to be the thing that really shows me what I need to do, or what my soul is going to appreciate, in this lifetime, or at least for this moment right now. So for some of you guys, it could be as big as trying to connect to your higher self. Or for some of you, it could be just literally trying to figure out what your next move is when it comes to what are you going to do? What is your soul really wanting to do right now in this time of your life? Now, there's nothing wrong with feeling that way, but there is a problem when you're still going through everyday life and you're not necessarily looking at what it is that you need to fix, because then you can start getting into trouble trying to figure out what your purpose is. So I really want to make sure that this reading can help you guys, because I feel like a lot of you guys are really going through that feeling of not knowing either what to do next or what their purpose is. Yeah. Sorry, you guys. I was just looking at my cards, but yeah, I feel like some of you guys are trying to find your purpose, or at least your lane. Like, where do you fit in the scheme of things? And it's crazy how I was thinking of you and Sagittarius, because I feel like Sagittarius, they go through that. That's their life goal. Is like their mission is to figure out where do they fit in the big scheme of things. And I feel like you guys are in that right now as well. But I feel like for you guys, it's more of a purpose thing. For them, I was feeling like it's more work, but I feel like for you guys, it's more of a purpose. Okay, so let's see what's all in this in your spread for today. I'm just going to do 3 cards right now just to see and just kind of get a story of what's going on for you guys. And then, yeah, we'll see. Okay, we had a popper. Got the Chariot in reverse, okay? Chariot in reverse. So this means you guys are either, you're not knowing which direction to go in, like I said, or you're not quite sure on what drives you right now. You're not sure on what makes you go. And I know that can be kind of annoying for any sign, but for Aquarius, I feel like since you guys are so into I know, like that's your thing. I feel like you guys are like always like, well, I already know. Like, I know I can do this. I know that I know this. I know that I can go out there and do this. You guys are very, very I know. So to not know where you're going or what it is that you are trying to pursue next, I know can be fucking terrible. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna do 3 cards. Just to give me a story of how things are going for Aquarius, and we can go from there. Cards. How are things going for Aquarius? And interesting enough, I got this card for Sagittarius as well, so not a coincidence. Okay, so in your most recent energy, you had the High Priestess. The High Priestess, she's very smart as far as being wise and having wisdom, because she's been through a lot, and so she can help aid you in those tough times, and kind of show you like, hey, like, I've been through this. I'm not going to stop you from going through things, but I'm going to show you that you have to live in the now. And what you have now is whatever you've allowed to happen thus far. So it's like, it's really, usually this card comes up, or at least for me, I feel like it comes up when there's a time where you need to really evaluate what the hell is going on, because things are not as good as they could or should be at the moment. But again, this could also just be a person in your life who is much wiser than you and is trying to help show you like, hey, I know you've been through this, but I think you should get out of this situation, or I think you should move on in a different direction because I've been through the same thing and it happened this way. Or it could just be that person saying, hey, like, I've been through the same thing. I know you feel like it's the end of the world, but honestly, it's not. Like, you just got to keep going forward, okay? So it's really like a big sister or a big older mentor, maybe an aunt, somebody that you can really trust to help you figure out, you know, life. And we have the Nine of Pentacles, okay? So this is about having an inner circle that you're proud of. The Nine of Pentacles also is a person that she enjoys knowing that everything she has, she's worked for. So that kind of coincides with this, what is it, High Priestess, because she's also learned from her mistakes. She's also learned how to do things from what she's already done in the past. And so Nine of Pentacles is kind of the same thing. It's kind of like, I've went through so much, and now I get to sit back and really enjoy who I allow into my inner sanctum. It isn't something that's like, well, I don't want them, but they're still around. This is like, no, I've cut out everyone I don't want. I have everything I need. I've worked for everything I need. And this is where I'm at right now. Okay, so this is a person who isn't just about the talk and isn't just about telling you, yeah, I've been through this, I've done this. This is a person who is actually has some proof, you know, like they can show you that, you know, doing certain things or at least following their advice could really get you to a place where you're satisfied with what you have and what you're enduring now. In your present energy, we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. Now, the Eight of Swords upright is a card where you're feeling like you are just, you're not imprisoned, but this is a time where you're in your mind, you're making yourself become a prison. You're kind of pitying yourself. You're kind of not doing what you need to get out of a situation. And it's really like, girl, all you have to do is move on, or all you have to do is stop worrying about it like that, or stop allowing it to tie you down, because you don't have to be tied down. But it's a feeling of feeling trapped, or feeling like everywhere you turn, there's another obstacle that wants to take you out. But this card is also the meaning of, girl, you're not really in prison. It's just you. Like, until you can wake up, basically, it's like whenever you're not. Whenever you realize that, like, what the hell was I thinking? It's in reverse. So I think that a lot of you guys are not feeling that. I feel like you guys are really feeling like, what was I thinking this whole time? Like, I'm good. Like, I'm honestly good, okay? And that's very powerful, because even if you aren't in the highest peak that you see yourself, it's a time where you can really see that, like, you can do what you want, or you can be the person that you see yourself, or at least make those steps so that you can get to that point, you know? So you might not have all the money you want, you might not have all the riches and all those things, but you know that at least you're not in prison to where you can't even make steps to go approach whatever it is that you want, okay? So I think that's a really good card. Yeah, Eight of Swords for Aquarius. What does this mean for them? This is your current energy, okay? So you guys, and then you have the Five of Cups. So I feel like some of you guys are feeling like, okay, yeah, I know I'm not stuck, but like, I don't know what else to do. Like, I don't have any real inspiration, or your inspiration that you did have, but you needed to lose, or whatever that thing was. I feel like you're kind of feeling like, okay, well then now what? Like, what am I going to do now without all of the, it's kind of like if you're a songwriter and all of your songs are based on old relationships or breakups or something like that, and now that that person is gone, or now that you've healed from it, or now that you've seen that they don't control you or something, it's kind of like, well, shit, what do I write about now? That's kind of what I feel like right now, okay? So maybe you guys have gotten rid of something. We have the Four of Swords. So you guys have definitely put something to rest. And I feel like that's why some of you guys are feeling like, well, shit, what the hell am I supposed to do now? Like, what's my next move? What is my next challenge? It's almost like if you're not in a challenge, you feel like you're not doing anything. Does that make sense? So then for your future card, we have the Moon card in reverse. A beautiful card, a beautiful message. Now, this is saying that you guys are not seeing things, you're not an illusion anymore. The veil has been lifted and you're seeing things for what they are. Now, this is also a sign that things will come to fruition. Things will, not fruition, but things will start being revealed almost. But since it's in reverse, I feel like either some of you guys are really going to be caught up in some bullshit again, where you're not seeing things clearly, or this could be a time where you're not seeing the exact opposite. It could be a time where you're not taking bullshit because you're like, you really think I'm that stupid? Like, no, like, I see exactly what you're doing. I'm not falling for that bullshit. It's almost like if you break up with someone and then you start dating again, and then the guys are like chumps and they think you're stupid. It's like, I've been in a relationship for this long, and now that I'm on a date with you, you really think that's what it's going to take to just win me over? Like, I'm not dumb. You know what I mean? It's like you're not being naive. Now we have, in the future, to clarify that moon card, we have the 9 of Swords. So some of you guys are really banging your head over it, thinking over and over again about it. You could be overthinking certain things. But then we have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. So you guys are not working. This isn't a steady pace of thinking about this. But I do think every now and then it pops up in your head and you're like, damn. You know what I mean? So in order to change that, let's see. What do I need to do to change that energy in the future? Whoa. 1 second, you guys. In order to change that energy, is the Knight of Swords, okay? Now, the Knight of Swords is very aggressive. This guy goes for it. He moves fast. Sometimes it can be something that isn't good for him. But at the same time, in this position where you're being you have the Moon card in reverse, and then you're still thinking about it every now and then, I feel like this will be a good card for you guys in the future. It is a air sign card. And this is about going in. It's like, basically, it's like, look, I don't know how things are going to turn out. I don't know if this is going to cause some more ruckus, but fuck it. I'm going to go in. I'm going to go and do whatever I have to do, type of thing. It's like, I'm just going to rush in. So kind of, it's like you have a plan in your head, but it's like you don't know how it's going to go. But you know that if you can get the first jump and you go in first, then you have an advantage, okay? So keep that in mind. So keep the thought of knowing. And this is your card, you guys, Aquarius in reverse, okay? So don't doubt yourself. Whatever wish you have, go for it. Go for it. That's what that's saying, okay? I mean, this is your card, you guys. This is your card. It's in reverse, but I think it's because you guys are kind of still, in the future, you guys will still be like, should I do it? Should I not? Should I go? Should I stay? Go for it. Go do it. Go do it, okay? And this doesn't have to necessarily be like a whole life change. Yes, but the 2 of Pentacles, you guys are making a decision and you don't know which way to go. So go for it. Go for it. Just try it. Even if this is something as small as like you want to confront someone but you're not sure on how you should do it, be upfront. Go out there and do it. That's the energy you need to have, okay? So I'm going to use the Zodiac Oracle deck to see who's coming towards you guys. So if there's any sign that could be of assistance to Aquarius at this time, who would they be? What is the sign that is going to be the most helpful to Aquarius? Sign is the most helpful. So we have Gemini in reverse, okay? Let's see what else comes up. Here we go. Not Aquarius. Who's in the other person? Not Virgo. Okay, so I'm thinking you guys actually might be good with looks like Leo. I mean, not Leo, I'm sorry. Libra. Okay, so having that balance and kind of really taking advantage of having a perspective that kind of looks on both ends. Okay, so that is air energy, so this could definitely be you or hold on, let me take a little bit of time to look at the cards a little bit more. That's really weird because, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm thinking it's Libra that you could have the most beneficial energy around during this 2 weeks. But with that being said, I also feel like it might not be a person who is necessarily a Libra that's coming up to you, but I think that energy of being able to have the pros and the cons is really going to be beneficial to you. But then again, yeah, just looking, it's definitely not going to be, it's Libra, because Sagittarius had, basically they had like Libra is what they don't need to be around, what they need to have that energy, but they don't need to necessarily allow that to hurt them. But I think being in that Libra mind state for you guys right now is going to be definitely what you need, only because it's going to really balance out, because you're still trying to make a decision, you're still trying to figure out how to not think a certain way. And I think having that Libra mentality can really balance out what's good and what's bad for you, and that can really catapult you into knowing your stance on things. Okay, so really use that air-like quality and really allow that to take you into places that can be more beneficial for you and yourself and your family, your work life, your love life, whatever situation this goes with. Okay, now yeah, okay, so I'm just looking at the stuff that because sometimes when I channel without trying to, remember I said I was dealing with you and Sagittarius's energy, sometimes I'll write down little things that pop up to me, so I was looking at that, and it's making a little bit more sense. Okay, also Scorpios could be good for you right now. Yeah, so definitely be on the lookout for air signs that can be of assistance to you. I don't think fire energy is the way to go right now. I really think this is a time where you need to go within yourself, because there's a lot of air energy. There's also a lot of what is it? Air, a little bit of pentacle of earth energy. So that really just means stay grounded, but not to where you can't be in your head. Okay, so really take advantage of all of this air energy, because there's a lot of it here. But this is really, you're an Aquarius, you know what you need, you know what you want, you know what direction you want to go in. So use a little bit of that earth quality to allow you to stay grounded and allow no one to be able to distract you from what you want. Okay, and I can't tell you what that is. I can, however, give you a personal reading if you guys want to go a little bit deeper into that. I definitely think Aquarius right now is a good time for you guys to get a personal reading, because there's a lot of heavy energy in your cards and your spread, but at the same time I feel like there's little bitty details that can change what you should do. So that's why I feel like it's a little bit better to get a personal reading right now, especially for Aquarius right now, because I feel like there's little bitty things that could change the outcome for different people. So it's probably more a safe bet to get a personal reading. But yeah, again, if you guys know what you need to do, go out there and do it. You guys already know. But if you do want a little bit of extra support or just a reassurance on what you want to do, contact me. My prices are very convenient, so it shouldn't be something where you're like, oh, I need to save up. Definitely not. But yeah, so definitely if you guys need a little bit more help, contact me on Gmail, and I can we can book a reading for you guys. Okay. But yeah, overall, definitely good energy. I don't feel afraid for you guys, but I do feel like you guys need to take things a little slow. It doesn't mean that you have to slow down what you're doing, but I do think you guys need to look over the little details, because I feel like there's little details in here that changes completely how things can change for you guys. But that can also be very exciting, okay? Because that means there's a lot of adventures ahead of you guys. So yeah, very good energy, you guys. Stay focused. Well, not necessarily stay focused, but stay grounded, because I feel like some of you guys are just kind of like, shit, I don't know what to do. Some crystals that you guys can work with to heighten what your purpose is. You can use ruby and fuchsite, and I made a whole video on this. It's a gorgeous crystal. It's amazing. I've been using it for a while, for a few weeks now, and I love it. I've had it for a year now, but I've really started getting into it probably like a few weeks ago. So, and it's amazing. And it works pretty fast too. Okay, so if you really need direction, that's a good stone to use. And then also, what's another one? Clear quartz can help too with the situation, I feel. Yeah. So for right now, that's what I'm feeling for you guys. Yeah. Okay, you guys. So that's the end of your reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll definitely keep up with you guys on what this journey is. Hit me up for any personal reading that you would like, so we can figure this out, because there's a lot of things that can be talked about, but the details are so small. I feel like it's going to throw off the whole reading for a general reading. So if you want a more in-depth reading just for you, so that you know for sure what you need to do in the next coming moments or next weeks, next month, whatever, let me know so we can help you, so I can help you guys with that, and we can book a reading. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If I'm not your favorite Leo, I hope I will be one day. And until next time, I will see you, Aquarius, in my next video. Adios.